Hi and welcome to this video. In today's video, we will talk about working with images in Word and Outlook and somehow also in PowerPoint because all of these apps are kind of similar, but the engine behind Outlook and Word is almost identical. And just one note before we start, the Outlook that I'm talking about is the classic Outlook, not the new Outlook, because the new Outlook have kind of a different engine and they reduced a lot of options inside it. So we don't have that options in the new Outlook. But if you are working with the classic Outlook and with Word, this video is going to be for you. Now let's get started. Let me open Word. And here I prepared something. I prepared this nice picture of a cat and some text here, some dummy text. If you want to insert an image, you need just to go to insert. And here you have a lot of options. And one of them here is pictures. And you can search the device or go to stock imagery or online images. It's up to you. And just to reduce the time, I prepared the image before. Now we have this cat image. After clicking on it, we will have this picture format here tab active. In general, it's not there, but just after selecting an image, it's going to be active. And this is the options that we can use in Word or in Outlook. As I said, some of them also are in PowerPoint. Actually, not some of them, a lot of them. There is only, I think, just a few options here are not there in PowerPoint. Let's start now with editing the images. And the most important thing in all of these options is this tab here on the right side. We have size. We have here kind of names under each area here. And this is, as I said, this is the most important thing because usually when you insert an image, the first thing that you want to do is to resize it, maybe to crop it also. And so this is why this tab is very important. And here on the left side, this is going to show you the actual size of an image. And as you see here, we have 9.6 and 14.39. And if you adjust the size of the height or the width, you are changing also the other part. So if you are changing the height, you are also changing the width because this is resizing the image and keeping the aspect ratio. But if you want to resize an image without keeping the aspect ratio, if you want to distort the image, you can just press on this dot on the right or on the left side or here on top, not the one on the corner, this one here. And as you see here, we can distort the image. And if we don't want to use the numbers on the top, we can just use the corners here and we can resize the image. So this is how we resize the image, either using these dots or using the height and width tab here. Now let's move to the second thing here, the crop. And this is also very important because cropping can create for us a lot of options. We can crop, like just pressing on crop, then we will have these black marks here, top, left, right, bottom, so on all sides of the image. So if we use this one, this means we are cropping just one side of the image. And if we use this one here, this means we are cropping both sides. We can also make it bigger like this, or we can make it smaller. We can either click anywhere here, or we just go to crop and press on it. Now it's cropped. You can also, after cropping using this option, we can crop to shapes. Here we have a lot of nice shapes. We can use any one of them to crop the image. We can use this one. We can use this one. You can use any shape that fit the purpose. Now, after cropping to shape, we have another option, which is a crop to aspect ratio. And the aspect ratio here, we have different options. We have square, which is 1:1 aspect ratio. We have portrait, and we have landscape. So portrait, we have here also 4 options. Landscape, we have here, I think, 6 options. And you can use any one of them, like 16:9, 16:9, but as you see, it's still cropped to the shape. If we want to go back, we can use this option. Or there is a better option here, we will come back to it also later. Reset picture, we can always reset what we already did. And now we cropped the image to shape, we cropped to aspect ratio. Now we have fill. So what does fill means? Fill means that if we, for example, crop the image bigger than the actual size of an image, and so here we have like kind of an empty area, we can just go to crop and say fill. After filling, we have the image with full width. We can always, as I said, go to reset, but reset is just gonna reset the effects. It's not gonna reset the cropping. So to reset cropping, we can go back. So we have the actual size of the image, and fit means that if we crop the image to a bigger size, like with fill, so we can say fit. So we don't want to fill the whole shape. We just want to make it fit, which means it's centered vertically and horizontally in the shape that we crop the image to. Now there is a question that I received many times: crop an image to a circle and make it a perfect circle, not an oval shape. So we need to go to this option here, crop to aspect ratio, and we crop the image first to 1 to square, 1 to 1 aspect ratio. And then we crop it to this oval shape. And now we have a perfect circle. And you can see here, height and width are the same. And now we are done with the cropping and resizing. Now we have the arrange. So the align tab, you can align the image to the margin or to the page. It's up to you. Here we have just one image, so that's why it's not working. It's all grayed out. And here we have rotate. It's self-explanatory. We don't need to go over it. You can rotate the image left, right, to, or we can reflect the image. So we are going to leave it. And we have here we have the selection pane. And the selection pane is relevant to all the elements in the page, not only to the images. So if we have here shapes, if we have any other element, we will see it here on the selection pane. Now we have send backward, send forward. We can use it to arrange elements. So if you have more than one image, we can send one back, send one forward. As I said, it's also self-explanatory. It's not that difficult. Now let's move to wrap text, which kind of weird the wrap text, especially if you are working with newsletters. So wrap text is gonna add some flexibility to the image. For example, if we say square, we can place the image in the middle of a text, as you see here. And now we are not restricted by the margins. We can move it to the border of the page, as you see here. And now we have here the align option is active because we changed the wrap text. If we change it to inline with text, it's not going to be active. But if we change it to square, we can align the two margins. For example, now let's align it to margin or to page. So as you see, now it's left aligned. We can go also to more layouts and more the icons explain how they work, so no need to overthink it. And here we have also size. Here we can adjust the size, the rotate, the position, width, height, everything. In this Finsta, it's called layout, and we have also the position. And please note, if you have inline with text, the position is not going to be active. You need to go to square, then the position is going to be active, and you can position your image accurately. That's it. Position is similar to wrap text. You can move the image around in the page using the position. And if we press on more layout, we'll have the same window. Now let's go to next tab, which is accessibility. And here we can add an alternative text to the image, because if someone has kind of disabilities, we can add an alternate text. If we press on it here, you will have this window, and here we can type an alternative text to this image. And mostly it's going to be a description of the image. And here, as you see, a cat looking at the camera. That is the accessibility. So if you intend to publish this document to a wide audience, it's probably a good idea to add alternative text. Now let's move to the effects here. I think the most important one is the borders, because you can achieve some nice layouts using the borders. Here we can add a border, and here we can increase the weight of the border. We can use 2, and we can also change the style of the border. It looks better now with this kind of border. And here we have a lot more options: shadow, reflection, glow, and a lot of things. Most of them look weird and old-fashioned, so I wouldn't recommend you to use them. Here we have also kind of the same options here, or presets. So if you want to use them, you can use one of them. And if you find them boring, you can always go to reset picture, and you will go back to the original image. As I said before, reset is not going to reset a cropped image. Just bear that in your mind. Now let's go back now to the left side here, and here we have compressed pictures. Here we can reduce the size of the images in my document. And here we have many options. It depends on the quality of the image. For example, now we have the highest option is web 150 ppi, and we have email, we have web, but we don't have the option for print. You can choose between them and set your image to the best resolution that fit the purpose. And here at the top, we have something very important. If we check this one, or it's going to apply just to this image. And if we uncheck it, it's going to be applied to all other images. All images, you need to uncheck these options. Just this image, check this option. And now we have change picture. You can change the picture. You can change the selected picture, and you can do it in a different way. Just right mouse click and here change picture. We have also reset. I used it already, so you can reset here picture and size, or you can reset picture. So reset picture and size is going to set it to the default size, and reset picture is going to reset the effects here. And here we have transparency. Here we have some options. You can add transparency to your image. It's up to you. It's also self-explanatory. We have artistic effects. We have a lot of effects here. You can choose between them, or you can create your own artistic effect. Here we have a lot of options. And after artistic effects, we have color. And color here, we have color saturation, color tone, recolor. You can choose between them, and we have more variation. Here we can choose from the color options. And here we have set transparent color. For example, if you want to remove a color from an image, you can just use this one. I use it sometimes to mask images, especially portraits of people. And it worked if they have a solid background, but if they have more colors in the background, it's not going to work. So I can just give you an example. We can go again and try again. So as you see, it removed just one tone, one color from the picture. We can go to reset and remove it. And then we have picture color option. And here we have many options. They are also the same like here, like in color. And like correction and transparency. All of them are here under format picture. So here you can see we have picture correction, picture color, picture transparency, and we have also crop. And here We can start top to bottom picture correction. We can uh, we can reduce or add more brightness to the image. We can add more contrast, more saturation. There are also some presets here. You can use them to get the best result that you want. Now let's go back to reset. And here we have correction. As I said, it's here on the right side. And we have at the end, the last feature, which is remove background. And remove background, let's remove background of an image. And after clicking on it, we will have this tab here open. And this tab is gonna mark areas to remove the background of the image. It's not that good. It might help if you need just a quick and dirty adjustment, but if you need a good quality, you need to go to Photoshop. One note at the end before finishing, there is something very important about working with images in Outlook, and you need always to pick up inline with text. It's safer to use inline with text in Outlook because if you use other options, they are not gonna work good in Outlook or in other mailing servers. So it's better to use inline with text always. That's all about working with images in Word and Outlook. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.